That's interesting.
Interesting? Usually when you say interesting, it means you hate it.
Well, hate is a pretty strong word, son.
Look, Pop, we've been up the whole night doing this. This is my third draft. Everything else I've done, you've cut to pieces. Now, I want to know, am I doing justice to Maggie's story or not? Just give me an honest opinion.
You won't mind a little criticism?
Look, just because I own a newspaper doesn't mean you can't criticize me.
Oh, okay, but mind you now, this is just one reporter's opinion.
Look, let's scrap the opinions. Just give me some specifics. What don't you like about it?
Just about everything, actually. I mean, you've got the heart, the sentiment, the emotion, all the good stuff. But what I don't see are the facts. I mean, this isn't any hanky romance novel. We're talking a newspaper here. People want a story. They want to know what happened, not what you think happened.
Anything else?
Yes, there's one thing more. Don't you dare change a word of it. Hey, it's strong. No, I actually believe that you give a damn about this guy. Now, you finish that and we'll print it. No, in spite of it all, it's still good writing.
But you just said, Pop,
Oh, forget what I just said. No. Remember what I just said. And also remember that you have to throw out all those rules sometime to get to what you believe in. The gut, see, that's where the truth lies. Now, come on. Get to work.
All right. You got it.
The sound of a busy typewriter. There's no sound better. Except maybe that sound. Should I get it for you?
Please.
All right. Oh, well, this is what I call good timing. Warren, look who's here.
Just in time. Wait till you see what I got here.
Warren.
Been up almost the whole night, but I think I got it licked here.
Warren, please, we have to talk.
Hang on just a second. I'm on the last paragraph.
No, now.
What's wrong?
I changed my mind. I don't want you to write the article.
Hi. I don't know what happened. I guess I must have fallen asleep.
Right in the middle of the movie.
Oh, that's right. Did that guy get out of the tunnel?
They just got out. It was pretty exciting, though. I don't know what he saw in his girlfriend.
Yeah, it wasn't what he saw in her. It was what he saw her in.
Uh-huh. The bathing suit.
Exactly. Kept me awake. Well, for a little while. Well, thanks for the blanket.
You're welcome. I would have woken you sooner, but I thought you needed to sleep.
Yeah, we had a big day yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, no. I knew it.
What?
I knew this was going to happen.
What? Show me.
Jan, I'm so glad you stayed over last night.
Stop changing the subject, Lakin. What about this photo?
I think we should talk to Ted and Mrs. Parks first. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all this.
Yes, well, I can give you an explanation.
Don't say it, Mother.
Well, I shouldn't have to. I would think you got the message loud and clear.
I'm asking you nicely.
All I was going to say is that he's a Catwell. If you're going to fool with a Catwell, you have to expect that kind of thing.
There's an explanation, Lincoln. I know there is.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Cece's probably with his press agent right now as we speak.
Now that's enough. I hate that you take great pleasure in reveling in my grief.
I do not do that.
Excuse me, Mrs. Luckridge, there's a phone call for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, where is the phone?
Oh, it's right over there.
Just don't go away. Disagreements like this have to be resolved. Hello.
It's Jack, Augusta. How are you?
My whole day just improved.
I see we both have a favorite new restaurant.
This place? Yes, it does have a certain amount of charm, doesn't it?
How about if I meet you there in 10 minutes?
Let's make it lunch. I've oodles of errands to run this morning, and besides, I don't always look my best in the mornings.
Oh, you let me be the judge of that. One of these mornings very soon, I plan to wake up knowing everything there is to know about you.
I hope you don't mind waiting.
For you, my darling?
Oh, don't say it.
Well, where should we meet? Or would you rather I pick you up?
My house at noon, and, Jack, why don't you leave the chauffeur at home?
What am I supposed to make of that?
Whatever you'd like. Ciao, love. Well, that Stanfield Lee is really something. Can you believe he tracked me down here to ask me if I wanted to have lunch?
My sister Amy works for him.
Well, I can think of worse men to be stuck with for 8 hours. Oh, he is so handsome and so charming and so rich and so eligible. It gives me goosebumps to think of the opportunity.
You are sick, Mother. You really are.
Why? Because I have normal sexual desires? Oh, come on, Lakin, it's just idle chatter, girl talk. Don't take everything so seriously.
That's just it. I don't take anything you say seriously. I doubt that Stanfield Lee does either.
Lakin, wait a minute. That girl just has the most dreadful manners. On her poor mother's case, just because of some boy. Just now, as I look at him, he looks a lot older. Maybe it's the beard. Well, whatever. Certainly is growing old very quickly. Probably a little too fast for Cece, I'll bet.
I said I wanted Mason picked up on the raid, not Ted. I gave very specific instructions. Bring Mason in. You must not think very much of your job, Mr. District Attorney. Now, I know you're not going to run again, Tony. I think it's a very wise decision.
Oh, Cece, can't you just let it go? The damage is already done.
That's not the point. You would think that a man in his position was capable of a small favor.
Well, you can't really blame the district attorney.
Oh, no, that's right. Mason is who I should be blaming. It's just another case of that man attempting to rob this family of his decency. I mean, did you see this? Did you read this?
Just some of it.
Known prostitutes. I mean, Ted isn't even out of high school, and he's accused of commingling with a bunch of streetwalkers. Wait a minute, what's this? Picked up along with young Mr. Capwell was Jackie Parks of the exclusive Lyman Prep, his teacher.
Cece, you're getting yourself so upset. I was hoping that maybe later...
Hoping for what?
Well, you said that after breakfast, maybe we can go back up to bed.
That was before I read this paper.
Oh, come on, Cece. Can't you just forget about that for now?
Gina, I'm going to have to ask you to stay out of this. I'm going to handle it my way, in a manner befitting the good name of this family.
Look, in case you haven't noticed, this is not a private world. Our lives are on display every day of the week.
Only if we choose to be. And I am taking this opportunity to choose not to be.
Maggie, I respect your desire for privacy.
Then don't print the article.
Look, would you just let me finish?
It's a hopeless case. You'll only point that out.
Hopeless? Since when? Since when have you given up hope? You've sacrificed what amounts to your entire life for this case.
There is no case. I've been to lawyer after lawyer, and they all say the same thing. They say they're sorry. They feel for me, but there's nothing they can do.
Look, maybe there's nothing they can do, but maybe there's something I can do for it.
Yeah, keep it out of the public's eye.
You think that's what Ben wants? Do you think if there was any chance he had for getting justice with some of the guys that did this, that he wouldn't have taken it?
I'm not talking about just Ben.
You're not talking about Ben at all. You're talking about yourself. You're the one that doesn't want the publicity here.
It's my life, damn it. You can't just walk in and take it over.
But I can help. And I can run this article with or without your permission.
You won't print it if I don't want you to.
I just am trying to figure out what you're so scared of.
I'm scared of what's already happened. Of what happened with Stanfield Lee and with all the others. I'm scared of having my hopes raised. And then it's disappointment. This whole thing has been like a roller coaster ride. Hope, then disappointment. Over and over again.
So what's your alternative? You're a fighter, Maggie, not a quitter. You can deny that every day, on all day, but I'd still know.
Maybe I am, maybe that's true. But there comes a time when you have to accept the truth.
Which is what? Tell me, I want to know.
Maybe there is no hope. Maybe I should have given up a long time ago.
You don't believe that, Maggie. I know you don't.
There's no money left, Warren. There aren't any lawyers.
Look, you said you'd do whatever you could to help your husband.
I have. Everything and anything. I'm beginning to realize, I'm finally beginning to see that even with all the money in the world and all the articles, there's nothing we can do to win. Even if we did win something, it wouldn't reverse what happened to Ben. He's still locked up in that silent world of his, and only God can help him.
Suppose you think he's turned his back on you, too.
He was the first one I gave up on. That happens after 1,000 nights of unanswered prayers.
Maggie, wait.
To think I don't care about my husband.
I know it was a terrible thing to say, and I didn't mean it. It's just that I think this article can make a difference. Now, if you don't want me to run it, I won't. But please, do me the favor of reading it.
He was up all night working on it.
Why? It's a little rough around the edges. Use a little polishing up. Look, any changes you'd like to suggest or any of the facts we might have missed, I figure this is kind of a group effort here.
Did you see this morning's edition of the Tribune?
Yeah, right. It's a little scrape of the law here.
You had a chance to buy that picture.
That looks better in their paper.
That's the kind of picture that sells newspapers.
It also ruins a lot of lives. Since when did you start advocating this kind of journalism, Pop?
You're the one that's always talking about increasing the sales.
Yeah, but not this way, not at the cost of a couple of innocent people. You know, even if we ran an accompanying article stating that Ted was innocent and released, people would still consider him guilty by association. You know, there's one thing I've learned in the last few weeks, that we have a responsibility, not just to the truth, but to our own personal ethics.
Kid, when are you going to quit surprising me?
You know, sometimes, Pop, I surprise myself.
I better get back to the newspaper. I'll keep that space open on the front page.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Warren, it's beautiful.
Well, may I run it?
Yeah, run it. Just the way it is.
Maggie, wait, where are you going?
I have to get back to work.
Will I see you later?
Okay, I am not ready to panic just yet. We haven't done anything wrong.
And the paper says just that.
The question is, how do we get past the picture?
All right, look, I think we're just kind of overreacting here.
Forget about us. It's the others I'm worried about.
All right, look, all we have to do is just be strong, honest, and confident that we haven't done anything wrong.
We didn't.
Well, then we have to show them that we haven't done anything wrong.
Right. Stand up for our innocence.
Exactly.
This could be fun.
That's just what I was thinking.
Us against the system.
May the best team win.
Oh, and I hope we're that team. Unemployment doesn't figure into my future plans.
Yeah, really.
Would you like to take a shower?
No, I got to get back to my apartment. Or I should say, Mason's apartment. But thanks for everything and the blanket, and I'll see you later.
And let's not do this again sometime.
Yes, definitely not.
Ted! How's it going?
Okay? Lincoln?
We just came to pick up some books. We have some studying to do. Jackie, you're still here too?
Yeah, just about late for school.
Yeah, we all are. I saw your picture in the newspaper. I saw both your pictures in the newspaper. Pretty embarrassing, huh?
Yeah, well, there's an explanation.
Jade, I'll meet you at school.
Lincoln, wait!
And when I woke up this morning, I thought this was going to be a boring day.
It's not the ring. The ring has nothing to do with it.
I know, it's what it symbolizes.
You're scared to death, aren't you?
Aren't you?
No. It's what I want more than anything in the world.
Can we just not talk about it? It's just gonna ruin it.
How do you know?
Phone for you.
There's always the phone for me. Yeah,
It's me. Can you talk?
I can listen.
Yeah, well, I just passed the Capwell house. I counted no less than a half a dozen workmen and what appears to be a blast crew. I made a few phone calls, and apparently CC is planning to have the tunnel sealed up.
According to whom?
The guy contracted for the job.
Oh, damn. You didn't tell the guy anything, did you?
No, I figured I'd better call you first.
Wise choice. Looks like we're gonna have to talk to the gentleman ourselves. Listen, you want to meet me over there at the estate in, say, half an hour?
Right.
And Gillis, if I'm late, start without me.
Got it.
Bye.
Don't be late on my account.
If you think I'm gonna leave here without resolving this, you're dreaming.
Well, from the tone in your voice, it sounded like an important case.
Eden, I want us to be together. Not just when you spend the night, or we go out to dinner, or we go dancing. I want to be with you forever.
I can't guarantee that. I mean, the commitment of it.
Forget commitment, that's such a terrible word. I'm talking about acknowledging our love. I know what I mean to you. You can't get this close to somebody and not know how they feel. Is it because you're scared?
Really?
What?
I don't know.
Well, how can you be scared if you don't even know what you're
I
scared
don't
of?
know. I just feel it. That's all. I can't explain it. It's just instincts.
Look, I never said this is going to be easy. It's one of the things I like best about our relationship. It's
unpredictable.
It's unpredictable. There you go. I mean, you're always pulling some bonehead stunt, or I am. We're going to be fighting like cats and dogs till the day we die, but at least if we were married, I could look at you, I could say, this woman, she's like a donkey on a bad day, but she's mine.
You've been thinking about this a lot, haven't you?
Ever since the elevator, it's all I've been thinking about. I wasn't kidding that day. I did want to marry you.
I hate this. It's just all preconceived.
What is it? You think I want to change you or something? That's the last thing on my mind, baby. I love your independence. That's not going to be a problem.
Then why can't we just leave it the way it is? Why can't we just do that?
Because for me, baby, it's not enough.
You want the ring and the ceremony?
I need you with me. I need to know you're going to be next to me when I wake up in the morning. Living alone is overrated. I'm good at it. I've done it, you know. I don't want to do it anymore. It's not what I want for myself. And I don't think it's what you really want either.
Well, there are other important things in my life.
Your family.
Yes, they're very important to me.
That's the way it should be. But there comes a time when you gotta let go of that a little bit. I mean, your father just got married again. You can't go on being the woman in his life forever.
So that's what you want me to do? You want to marry me and you want me to dump them? Is that the arrangement?
Of course not.
I'm not going to let anybody run me out of my family, especially some woman and her bastard child. This is my home and my family, and it's important to me, and I want to continue to have it.
I'm not asking you to give up your family, Eden, but there are other things in life.
Like you, for instance?
I'd like to think I meant something to you.
You do mean something to me. You mean more than anything else.
Then marry me, baby. Marry me.
Cruz, you're so unbelievably sweet. But I can't. At least not now.
If you think I'm going to accept that answer, you're crazy.
It's my answer.
What? Yeah, well, I'm busy. Yeah. I'll talk to you when I get there. Sorry, it's going to have to do, pal. Thanks.
I love you. I've always loved you. And I don't think that's gonna stop. And I don't think you'll stop loving me because I won't marry you.
All I want is a reason.
I can't give you a reason. I gotta get ready.
No. We gotta get something straight. Eden, I'm not about to take no for an answer.
Mrs. Parks, I know I've only been headmistress of this institute for a few months, but in all my years in education, I have never been so shocked and so humiliated by the actions of one of my teachers. Arrested for prostitution. My Lord, woman, what on earth do you think you were doing?
It can be explained and was explained in the newspaper.
It was just a mix-up. I mean, this kind of thing happens all the time. We were just brought there for some questions and then released. We were not arrested.
The situation with the police is not what angers me. It's the rumors I'm hearing in the hallway. Rumors about the head of my English department and one of her students.
Mrs. Lambie, I'm surprised that a woman of your stature would listen to rumors.
You deny that the two of you spent last night together?
What? No. Ted fell asleep in front of the television. We had had an exhausting day.
I will say only this. If there should be any incidents, even remotely approaching the severity of this one, you, Mrs. Parks, will find yourself looking for a new position in another school. And you, Mr. Capwell, will have to find someplace else to finish your secondary education. I hope I've made myself clear.
Quite clear.
Yeah, crystal clear. Well, that could have been worse.
She didn't believe a word we said.
No. If she didn't believe that, we would have been out there on our duffs. Come on, anyway, that's that.
I wouldn't count on it.
There you are, darling. Looking all over for you. Jim Kirby called from the travel agency, and he has us booked on that flight to London. Does Friday sound all right to you?
Is that the soonest we can go?
Well, we could probably get an earlier flight, but I thought you'd appreciate the time to pack and get ready.
All I need is right here. Let's not wait. Let's go tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, the first thing in the morning.
Well, darling, I do have some business to wrap up before we go.
Oh, all right, then. Well, then let's start our honeymoon right now, okay? We'll go upstairs. I'll lock the doors.
I don't think so. Tonight. I'll make sure that we're alone and we'll start our honeymoon tonight. Right now, it's back to work. Now, believe me, I promise you, tonight will be our night. Just ours.
Rosa?
Officer Gillis has been waiting.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Maggie. Is this police business or just a social visit?
Business.
Oh, really? What is it? Can you tell me?
It's an investigation, and you already know I can't tell you.
I know you refuse to tell me.
I
but
don't
the
have
way
time
it's
to
written,
argue with
can't
you
tell
about
me.
this now, Eden.
All right. Go ahead, you two. Rosa, is Gina around?
Somewhere, I think. Would you like me to find her for you, dear?
No, just the opposite. I think I'll go check the mail.
Fine. Rosa, is Mr. C around? Have you seen him?
Around somewhere. Why don't you wait in the study and I'll go track him down.
Okay, thanks.
I hate being in this house after what happened.
Don't worry, you're with me.
Why does that bring no comfort?
Oh, Eden, I thought I heard somebody come in.
I'm sorry. Next time I call to tell you I'm coming to my house.
Well, Brandon was going to go out and play, and I was going to sit in the garden. It's a beautiful day. Why don't you join us?
No, thank you. I'm busy.
Sweetheart, you go out and play, and I'll see you in a few minutes, okay? Go ahead. Okay.
If it's a confrontation you're looking for, Gina, I don't want it, so why don't we just table it for
I think we should talk about it now.
All right? Let's talk.
I know you did everything you could to stop the wedding. You even threatened to go back to Europe if Cece married me. Well, I think it was a pretty dirty thing to do. And I'm having a very hard time trying to forgive you.
I'm crushed. Is that all?
No, that's not all. Don't you try to turn Cece against me. Because if you do, I'll fight you, Eden.
Well, that would normally send a shiver right down my spine. I wonder why it hasn't.
You just accepted that I am now number one for Cece. You are number two.
What a childish thing to say.
Accept it, Eden. Or else I'll have to make your life miserable for a change.
Don't threaten me. I know what you are. You're a common gutter slut. And you have no right to be in this family.
Your father's love gives me the right.
You have nothing. And if you think I am worried about being regulated to being second string in this family, you are sadly mistaken, because I am not going to move over for anybody.
Eden, you'll regret it.
This is the last time I let you work in this house. You and that old friend of yours made a mess. There were papers everywhere, coffee cups. It took me half the morning to clean it up.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Next time, you clean it up, or you go somewhere else for your all-nighters, okay?
Yeah, right.
Fine. Oh, that's Jack. A nice smell of furniture polish. Wonderful.
Hello, Augusta.
Hi, Jack. Come on in.
Thanks.
Do you know my son,
No, I don't
Warren?
believe I do. Oh, son, Stanfield Lee. My friends call me Jack.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Warren, it's not very polite.
That's all right. That's all right. I believe Warren is angry with me for not taking the case of a friend of his.
Well, it's not that you refuse it, it's that you didn't do it in person.
You're absolutely right. I should have been more thoughtful.
You know what's worse? Is you knew Maggie had a good case. But you refused it because you didn't want to go up against C.C. Capwell. I thought a man of your renown would have been a little above that, right? Unless maybe you two are good friends. You two probably go way back together, don't you?
My relationship with C.C. Capwell had nothing to do with my decision.
Oh, your relationship. I assume that means a friendship, huh? So what do you think, Mom? The guy you're dating here happens to be a good friend of C.C.'s.
Jack, is that true?
You could say we were friends,
Oh,
yes.
of course you're friends. You bigwigs have a way of sticking together, don't you? Let's see, you're probably in the same fraternity way back in
I
college.
really don't believe my friendship with C.C. Capwell is any of your business, Warren.
You're right, it's not. Now that I know what kind of guy you are, I'm glad you turned down our case. Why don't you give old C.C. a call? Maybe you can talk him into letting you represent his side
I
of the
think
case.
you'd better concentrate on finding your own lawyer.
Well, I think we'll do that. And once we do, you and C.C. are going to be in for a heck of a battle. See you later, Mom. Have a good day. Just remember what kind of friends your friend hangs out with.
Sorry.
Seeing as how it is my tunnel, I can't see why I can't do anything I want with it.
Look, nobody is telling you what to do, Mr. C. We're simply asking you to cooperate, at least for a little while.
Why is it so important to you?
We think it might help on an investigation we're working on.
Would you mind telling me the essence of this investigation?
We'd like to keep that to ourselves, we don't mind.
Yes, I do mind. If you want me to postpone this filling in of this tunnel, I'd like to know what's going on here.
We're trying to tie up some loose ends regarding the murder of your son.
Channing? Why? I thought that case was closed.
It was closed, but it's been reopened.
That's incredible. Why wasn't I told?
We thought it best to keep the matter quiet.
I'm asking you, Cruz.
Same answer. I'm sure you don't want the press in on this any more than we do.
Telling me is not telling the press. Now, Peter Flint confessed to that crime. In my mind, that means that the case is closed.
Certain new evidence has come to light, the nature of which I'm not free to discuss.
Evidence that apparently has something to do with this tunnel?
That's the theory, yes.
Cruz, I'm going to order my men in there unless you tell me what this is all about.
Mr. C, I don't want to have to threaten you. But if you stand in my way, I will get a court injunction to stop you.
On what foundation? That you suspect that there may be more to a crime that's not already known? Oh, I don't think so, Inspector.
All right. But I didn't want to tell you this. You're leaving me no choice. This is not a matter of conjecture on my part. We have proof that Peter Flint did not kill Channing.
What kind of proof?
Of the conclusive variety, Mr. Capwell.
The bottom line being that whoever did kill your son has not yet been apprehended.
You must know that this comes as quite a shock to me.
Yeah, I kind of figured it would.
All right, Cruz. I won't destroy that tunnel. Not yet, anyway. But if you withhold any more information on this investigation, I'll see to it that that tunnel is destroyed. In the middle of the night, if I have to.
Thank you.
We'll tell you all we can.
In the meantime, if you don't mind, we'd like to go down there and have a look around.
All right. I'll tell the contractor to put this job on hold.
I want to show you something. What do you see?
An empty drawer?
Exactly, an empty drawer that until the day I reopened the case held the revolver that was used to kill Channing Jr.
So?
Well, the gun was taken most likely because there's been a leak in the case.
I see, and you think I might have had something to do with that?
No, I'm showing you this, Gillis, because you're part of the investigation. I already know it was the guy in forensics who told it.
So you think the killer's beginning to feel the heat?
Well, somebody is. Killer, whoever, someone's trying to make the incriminating evidence disappear.
And we've got to stop him.
Maybe by setting a trap. That's what I'm leaning toward doing right now. Something that will lure the killer out.
I don't think we should see each other socially anymore. And especially we should avoid being alone together.
I don't believe this. Mrs. Parks, listen to yourself. I mean, we were friends.
We're still friends.
Yeah, but friends see each other. They go out together.
It's out of the question, Ted. Call me a coward or whatever you want. I'm not going to spend any more time with you alone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I am too. And more than that, I'm kind of disappointed. I just thought you had more fight than that.
You misjudged me then.
Yeah, Mrs. Parks sure seemed peeved. What'd you say to her, Ted? The wedding's off?
Man, just a joke. Excuse me.
What's up with him?
Let's get started on that assignment.
You're sure that someone else typed that note?
Forensics confirmed it.
The missing gun, that's what bothers me. I have made sure that no one touched it for 5 years.
Then you'll understand our need for silence.
Well, who do you think? I mean, you have any idea who it is?
To tell you the truth, I'm still working on the why of it.
At the same time, we are composing a list of suspects.
It's been real slow going so far.
Perhaps you could help, Mr. Capwell?
I don't know how. Channing was loved by everyone. By his friends, his family. Couldn't help loving him. Oh, I think of how many dreams I had for that boy. How far he could have gone. No, I could stand here all day and try to think, but I couldn't come up with anyone who would hate him enough to kill him.
What about Mason?
There was a time that I suspected him, but then I realized that he hasn't got the guts or the stomach for murder. It's not part of his nature. Your concern on that tunnel. Is it possible that any of this could be connected to the Lockridges?
We're looking into every possibility.
Our theory now is that the tunnel was used as a means for escape or a place to hide.
Well, that's possible. There were a lot of people on the estate that day.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Rosa?
Your accountants are here with some papers that need to be signed.
All right, tell them I'll be right there. Cruz, I'll give you my permission to search my half of the tunnel. And if you need anything, come to me. I'll do anything I can to help you.
Thank you, Mr. C. I appreciate it.
Now I know why you wanted me to keep Lindsay a secret. I didn't realize Channing was Cece's favorite.
Yeah, they were very, very close. Listen, I'm going to go on down there now and take a look around. You want to follow me?
Actually, I have to get back to the station.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it came from over there. Oh, what are you...
Wait here.
Thought you'd left.
I was waiting for Cruz. Yes?
I was just thinking. It must be hard for a daughter to realize that she's not as important as she used to be.
Never thought that at all.
Well, you're not the center of Cece's universe anymore. Even you must know that.
Don't push me, Gina. I wouldn't advise it.
You're right. If we're going to live in this house together, we shouldn't invite confrontation. So I have an idea.
What's that?
Move out.
What? And stop making your life miserable?
Oh, Eden, don't you think it's about time? You're not a little girl anymore. Go out into the real world, see if you can fend for yourself.
I've been out in the real world, Gina, and I prefer it here.
Oh, then I'm right. You do enjoy it. You do enjoy spoiling your father's happiness, just because he's finally found a woman he can love other than you.
That's enough.
No, it's not. I'm just warming up.
I don't want to hear it.
Of course you don't want to hear it. It hurts to know that you're responsible for your father being alone all these years. You stood in the way of his happiness because you wanted to be the only...
Shut up! You have no right to make judgments!
Accept it, Eden. He loves me.
He doesn't love you. He's never loved you. But you wouldn't listen to me. You aren't what he wants. He wanted Brandon. It's been Brandon all along.
There you go again. You'll say anything out of jealousy.
You were playing Cece Capwell just right, didn't you think, Gina? When all the time he was playing you to get Brandon.
That's not true.
It is, and you know it. Deep inside, you know it.
The only thing I know is I want you out of this house.
I think it's time you knew the truth, Gina. The whole truth.
He's in the tunnel.
I didn't come back to see Cruz. You know, it took me quite a while to put two and two together. This article in Lockridge's paper, it's about you.
No, it's about my husband.
Mrs. Gillis, don't go up against me.
Yeah, I've been told that. A lot of your friends said it to me. You know, I've learned something in the past few weeks, Mr. Capwell. People in your income bracket look out for each other.
Then give it up, because you're going to start something you'll never win.
I'm not interested in winning. I just want justice.
I'm just giving you a warning, young lady. Don't start something that you can't finish.
With all due respect, sir, it's my decision to make.
That's fresh.
Where are you going? This isn't something you can turn your back on and it goes away, Gina.
I don't have to listen to you. I know what you're doing. You just want to hurt me.
Don't you want to know the truth, Gina?
I'm not interested, Eden.
You're not interested. You're not interested to know who the real mother of your son is? Can't tell me you haven't had suspicions, Gina.
What are you talking about?
Your son, your adopted son, is C.C. Capwell's grandson.
That's a lie.
It's the truth.
That can't be.
Your friend, good friend, Santana, she had a baby. Channing Jr.'s baby. Only it was a secret that Daddy kept from all of us. She went down to Acapulco and he handled everything. Adoption, birth certificates, everything. Handpicked, Gina. Oh, you should feel very lucky. Stockman DeMont and his lovely, lovely wife.
That can't be. That can't be! He would have told me. He wouldn't have kept that secret from me.
Under normal circumstances, I don't think he would either.
What do you mean, normal circumstances?
If he loved you.
He does love me. He married me, didn't he?
Stupid fool. He married you to get control of his grandson. He doesn't love you. He loves Brandon.
Stop it! Just stop it!
Oh, it hurts, doesn't it, Gina? Doesn't it hurt to not be picked either?
It can't be. It just can't be. Stay away from me! Oh, I hate you for this, Eden. You have no right to say those kind of things to me.
Why don't you ask my father? Maybe it's time that you and Brandon know the truth.
You leave him out of it.
Don't you think he has a right to know?
Eden, he's just a little boy. Don't.
Brandon! Brandon!
Stop it!
Brandon, we're in here!
Damn you, Eden, I'll kill you for this.
What is it? What's wrong?
Mommy has something to say to you, Brandon.
What?
Go on. Why don't you tell him the truth?